WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, today at the BCB 2019 in Berlin, together with
Alan Burns from Hunter Laing. I'm the International Sales Manager.
Very good, Hunter Laing, that's great. So a little bit of the history. This name I've heard a few times, I think, right?
Yes, our history goes back to over 70 years now. We're now sort of third generation. Yep. Andrew and Scott are the third generation. They're the actual owners of the company. Right. Their father, Stuart, is the managing director. Who keeps him in check, but the boys own the company.
He's got that nice little mustache,
yes, a charming gentleman, and he's in his very early 70s, and he's into work every day, 7:30 every morning, and doesn't leave till about 5 o'clock, so he's working full time, looking after all the customers, looking after his sons, managing the company, and does a wonderful job. Yeah. And a real inspiration to everyone in the company.
Very good. And sometimes there's actually videos with him as well online. Yeah. Let's talk about your bottlings first of all. You have a single cask bottling here. You have a lot of different ones, don't you?
Yes. Well, Old Malt Cask is now 21 years old now. We actually celebrated our 20th anniversary last year. Yep. So the brand, basically we bottle the contents from the cask, and what you get in the bottle is exactly what's in the cask. Okay.
So cask strength, no color added.
The only exception for we have a range called First Edition, which is at cask strength, but Old Malt Cask we always bottle at 50%. Okay, we feel 50% is a good quality drinking strength. It gives the brand a little bit of consistency as well. So we tend to release maybe 10 to 20 different Old Malt casks every month.
Okay. Every month, wow.
Yeah, and it generally operates first come first served. So generally, if it's a hogshead, we might get maybe
500.
Bottles out there. A sherry, but obviously a little bit more, and barrel a little bit less. So we just bottle the full contents, and on the label, all the details is there for the consumer, but also for the retailer as well. It's important the retailer can sell this to the customer. So as you can see, we have the distillery. We have, on this occasion, we have the vintage. We have the region. And then Andrew and Scott Laing, the owners of the company, they actually write all the tasting notes as well.
Good.
Yeah. Right. So sometimes they're in their office to about 9, 10 o'clock at night, late at night, sampling all the whiskies. We also mentioned the cask as well, the type of cask, the number of bottles in there as well. And actually on
so a lot of transparency, which we love.
Yeah. You can't really see it too clearly just now, but once you've finished the bottle, there's a nice message from the family in the inside as well.
I see that now.
Yeah, but you do have to drink the bottle to make it out, and hopefully you can still read it after then as well. So
you don't have to drink it all in one evening. Now you have a special bottling which is a little bit different. That's the Scarabus, correctly pronounced?
Scarabus, yes, Scarabus. It's an area in Islay. It's right in the heart of Islay. It's an old Norse name, basically meaning sort of rocky place. Okay, yeah. So we just launched it about 3-4 months ago, and we have to say we've been very pleasantly surprised how successful it's been. It's been very well received. We think the packaging looks wonderful. It's got a good strong name. The name could be a sword scarab or a beetle scarab, but we know it's this area in Islay as well. There's some hidden messages in the bottle. The tagline is "Only those who seek shall find." So we've also got it on the base of the bottle here. But more importantly, the packaging hopefully complements the spirit inside. So we've taken great care to manage the stocks very carefully. We recently recruited a young gentleman who's 67 years old last year, called Ian Savage. He's our master of woods, and he's got a lot of experience. He's got good contacts with all the sherry houses, the bourbon houses as well. And it was his suggestion to finish it off actually in virgin oak. So you get the classic smoke and peat notes as you do.
At the end, right?
Yeah, you're getting a little bit of sweetness, but it gives you this beautiful natural colour that you get from the virgin oaks. It's finished off. It depends on the cask, maybe 9 months to a year.
What a shame you don't see the colour.
Well, what we'll
unless you have to take a glass. All right, good, go for it. Very good. So Roy from Aquavitage had that as well, and of course there's bets.
I prepared earlier.
All right, good. Well prepared, by the way. Let's pour it and take a look at this and see what happens.
The spirits.
All right, very, very nice. Oh yeah, great color. Almost a champagne type of color.
Yeah. You see, it's got a beautiful natural colouring which comes from the sherry, from the virgin oak. Virgin oak. Yeah, from there.
Very good. So it's a single malt Islay. That means, of course, it's a distillery which cannot be disclosed.
Yes, it cannot be disclosed. disclose, but I can guarantee it's at least one of 8 distilleries on Islay, and we welcome people to see if they can.
It might actually start with an L. Who knows?
It could well do. Yesterday we had all 8 distilleries named, so some people have got it correct, but a lot of people have got it wrong as well.
Sure.
But Scadibus is actually part of our kind of long-term strategy. We've always been well known to be an independent bottler, like the Old Malt Cask and First Editions. But now we've finished our distillery. We just built a new distillery on Islay called Ardnahole. So we've been making
beautiful. You see then the mountains from Jura right out the windows, right?
Yes, arguably one of the finest views in Scotland. So we've got a gorgeous view of the Paps of Jura. And you can see the sea, the coastline. It's a very dynamic view. Every time you look out, it changes every time. It's a wonderful view. But the distillery is new, but it's very much designed in the old way of making whiskey.
But yet very energy efficient, I heard.
Yeah, it is very energy efficient, but we also got, we're the only distillery on Islay, we believe, that has worm tubs. I think we're only one of 10 in Scotland. So there's a lot of copper contact on those worm tubs, which gives us a lot of interesting flavours and aromas. And it really comes down to a lot to the skill of the men and the women. We have a couple of ladies working on in the still as well now, how to produce great whiskey as well. The gentleman I mentioned earlier, Ian Savage as well, he's also helped us procure some gorgeous casks from the sherry houses as well. So
Adelphi, right?
Sorry?
Ian Savage has something to do with Adelphi as well, doesn't he?
I know he's had a long career, so maybe I don't.
I think I interviewed him also in Enter Whiskey together. There, he was praising the new distillery together with.
His background's from Distell, so from Deanston and Bunnahabhain and stuff.
Right,
but
very good.
so he helps us manage the sort of wood cycle of it as well.
Exactly,
So we're very pleased. We're obviously recruiting people from the islands. Working there, we have our gift shop, we have our lovely restaurant as well. It's still going to be a number of years before the whiskey itself will decide when it's ready.
But not 3 years old, maybe a little bit longer.
Yes, certainly a little bit longer. I think the whiskey gods will decide when it's ready there as well. So, but we're actually very pleased with the new make just now. The new make is absolutely gorgeous just now. So it's starting already. It's been in the cask for just over a year now, and it's also starting to get some nice colour. So maybe I think next year for this show we'll definitely bring some new make with us to let people maybe have a little try. But what we're also trying to do as well is promote the distillery itself, because we are a family company. We're one of the smaller companies, but we want as many people to come to Islay as possible and be our guest. Just tell people Alan sent them over, and
as long as it's not during the festival, no problem, right?
Yeah, I guarantee they'll get a free dram from me. But don't tell Andrew or Scott I said that, okay?
Good. WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, together with
Alan Burns from Hunter Laing.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you. All the best. Bye bye.
Good.